Okay, I promise I'll try to be fast and this will be the last one. So what I did is I've narrowed it down. So I've said, you know what, I'm going to stay with HP. I've had good luck in the past with it. I basically just took $1,000 as my high point down to 629. See if I can get a deal here. These two are on sale, and then I also added the gaming laptop to see how these compare. And so again, you do want to do your research. Don't just find a computer that fits in your price range. Do your research. So now I'm going to look at the specs, and then I can highlight differences and click that on. I don't know if it helps or not, but again, on this website, you can click the little information if you don't know what they're talking about. That gives you a little hint what they're talking about. So right now I'm looking at some computers that all are about the same. The gaming laptop does not have the fold over screen, and so that that may not be important to me if everything else is better. The gaming laptop is going to have a little bit bigger of a monitor size, which is sort of nice. The others are the same. It looks like we have screen resolution. They are all the same. I'm wondering if the gaming laptop has a better monitor with a refresh rate. It's better, but I guess we won't know that, huh? The gaming monitor does not have a touch screen. They all have SSD type storage. We can see that this one is less storage of the SSD, and of course we have a little bit price difference here, so that could be give or take. The RAM, this one has more RAM. I'm surprised the gaming one doesn't, but this one has a little bit more RAM. This one's a little bit more expensive, as you can see. Now we have our graphics card. And you can see right here that the graphics cards are different on each of them. This one is going to have a much better graphics card, and that is going to help the refresh rate. That's going to help build the graphics faster, etc., etc. So again, this one's going to be a little bit faster. These two are the same, and this one's going to have a little bit better. And of course, the prices reflect this. But look at this. This is the big kicker. This one has the Intel 11th generation Core i7. It has 4.7 gigahertz. That is more than double on all the other computers. And this, for the price difference, this one's only that's 900, like 100 or so more than this. This is the winning machine. This has a way faster processor. I mean, this is a huge step above the other processors. So for me, I would for sure I would pay the extra 100 and get this processor, because in the long run, that's going to keep your machine a lot faster. So let's look at the rest. So again, we have the processor number, model, and again, I would do my research on each and see if any of them are bummers. Looks like the same on these. You can look up the battery type. Of course, these are going to be a little bit better than this one. We have the product name and kind of number, blah, 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 the features. And again, you can go through each of these. HP ImagePad, multi-touch gesture support. This one has that. And again, so now we're getting kind of down to these two. Unless price is just going to be a huge one, then you're going to want to start over and just find all the ones that are in this price range. And then compare those. But at this point, I think I'm down to these two machines. The headphone jacks, we're going to kind of flip through here. I know you guys can do this on your own. Screen size, screen resolution, and display type is widescreen LED. This one's touchscreen, widescreen. So again, this one kind of has it all. These are full HD, widescreen. That's your solid state drive, your RAM, higher on this one, type of memory. It looks like they're all the same. We have our RAM speed, which looks like, I don't know what this one is. They didn't give it to us, but all the same. Cache memory, you can see a huge difference again in the more expensive machine. The cache memory has 12 megabytes. This one only has 3, so I would be hurting. I do way too much multitasking. I need as much cache as I can get. Media card reader, and that you would have to call and ask for the ones that have the little dashes on them if they're important to you. And again, this is kind of another big one is the RAM expandable. And this is really important to a lot of users that want to expand in the future and not have to buy another computer. Okay, so the graphics card, they're not telling us that much here. We're just kind of seeing some words. We're not getting a lot of any speed on these. We have video memory 6,000 megabytes. I'm going to assume this is the way better card. What do the dashes mean? Let's do that. Just means they don't have it in their system, but you can look it up. Just Google it basically. Processor, again, we see this one is much faster because it is 4-core, quad-core, and again, it can do 4 things at once. These probably, I'm going to say these probably multi-core as well. This one's much faster. Connectivity, of course, you want Wi-Fi. You might want to, straight in Ethernet, but you don't know if the other ones have it too. They're all Bluetooth, and we have camera. All of them have front-facing camera depending on what you want in terms of the camera and better resolution. Looks like these actually have better resolution than this one. Built-in microphone, and some of these start to get, compatibility, what's included. The battery life could be very important to you, especially if you're traveling a lot. How big it is, all right here. Audio, 3 speakers, dual speakers. You'd have to do your research on the speakers. Energy Star, yes, they are all. That would be somewhat important to me. The manufacturer warranty. One thing I want to say about a warranty is that a lot of times I tend to buy from Best Buy because they do have a really awesome warranty. So I always buy the extended warranty. So I usually buy the 3-year, and you think, oh my gosh, but I just paid, I'm using all my money, and then you're saying to buy the the $200 to $300 warranty as well. It makes the price go way up. But I want to say that the Geek Squad is actually really good. And anytime something happens with our computers, again, I have a college son, every year he has an issue, literally. First year, Mom, someone in the dorm sat on my computer and then they broke the monitor. All he had to do was run it over to Best Buy. They had it back to him in a week. If your computer is not, like, something's wrong with it and they can't fix it, they give you a brand new one if it's under warranty. And I mean, I can't tell you the warranty. I've got so many new machines and so much new equipment, stereo equipment, etc. So again, if you're going to skimp out on something, I wouldn't skimp out on a warranty. And you guys can maybe in the discussion, maybe if any of you have experience with warranties in other places, that would be a good place to talk about that. Okay, other things, review and ratings. And I do, before I buy a machine, I usually go through the consumer ratings and see what they're saying. So, I mean, this one, awesome and fast. All of them say, but is well worth the price. So what was that bet? And this laptop was such a pain in the behind to set up as it refused all the information I tried to put into it. I might go through, you want to go through all these and see what tends to be mentioned more than a few times. And so, and it kind of says that awesome and fast, speed, 20 mentions, touchscreen, 10 mentions, and these are the pros. Setup, 8 mentions. And then the cons. Okay, well, the keyboard, 3 mentions, keys, 2 mentions, bulky, 1 mention. Speakers, noise, microphone, setup, 2 mentions. So, go through them before you buy. And so I'm going to end here because I know you guys are like, this is so long. But please go on the discussion board. And those of you that are knowledgeable, I didn't go through any of the gaming machines and how to build your own computer. Maybe I'll try to throw some links on there. But those of you that are experienced with building computers and buying computers, or maybe you already work in that area, please go on the discussion board and give everybody some tips because we can all learn from each other on this one.